I can't wait. I can't wait. I tell you what, being successful, it's so easy. It's like a skill of mine. It's just fantastic. I can only imagine from this point on that success is going to be continuous and there's not going to be any heartbreaks at all from now till whenever we win the Champions League. Right? Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to episode 40 of the Sunderland Till I Die series here on Football Manager 2021. And a new season is upon us, but most importantly, a new division has arrived. But before we get into it, if you are enjoying this series or any of the episodes released on this channel, make sure you're hitting that like button, hitting that subscribe button, hitting that notification bell to be alerted when these videos are released. And why not leave a cheeky little comment in the comment section? Why not predict where I'm going to be finishing this year? You know, if you have any opinions, maybe do it a few minutes into the episode after you've seen the absolute superstar squad that I've potentially deployed and put together. It's not a superstar squad, but, you know, yeah, it'll be fine. It'll be absolutely fine. I've just seen where everyone is predicting us to finish at the end of this year. You know, a newly promoted side. Would we surprise a few people maybe? You know, get a few of the pundits and fans, you know, change their opinion about our chances of survival? Do people have faith in us? No. No, they don't. 150-1, ladies and gentlemen, for us to go straight back down to League One. How disrespectful is that? The squad that I have, the squad that I have built, deserves more recognition and respect than these, you know, jobs worth that are saying, oh, Sunderland are going to go right back down. Shut up, you absolute morons. Honestly, going to prove these wrong. Going to prove every single one of them wrong. We're going to get promoted. We're going to win the Championship. We're going to be in the Premier League. I can't wait. I want to find the person that has done this, and we're going to have words. I'm going to sit them down, and we're going to have words. What I have just noticed is in the key players tab, our first player to be a key player is all the way down here, and it's a centre-back. That is worrying, isn't it? That is a little bit worrying. But let's be honest, the main reason you are watching this episode is to see the transfer business that I have been doing throughout the summer transfer window. Which players have come in, which players have left the club. Now, in the overall grand scheme of things, it's probably not been our busiest window out of all the seasons we've been at Sunderland. However, despite some of the reports and some of our players, I am incredibly confident about the side that I'm going to be putting out. And not going to lie, the team as a whole has stuck together, and there's not going to be too many changes to the first team that you would have noticed. But I feel like sticking with our squad throughout this season, you know, sticking with the boys, the absolute bloody heroes that got us out of League One finally into the Championship, is the way to go. But there have been a few players that have have come to the club. However, we are going to focus on the players that have unfortunately left. You know, we've waved goodbye. They've had that really sad song in the background. I don't know what sad song it is, but they've had a sad song in the background as we've waved them off. And one person that has been rumoured to be leaving for quite a while has finally left. The Scottish legend, the Scottish future captain. He's left us. He's left us. Praise God. So the first person to leave the club was 16-year-old Chris Marshall. Now, I do wish I could, you know, sing all the praise in the world to Chris here. But I'm going to be completely honest, didn't actually realise he'd left until he'd left. So there wasn't really much fighting Hull going for this guy. Apparently he's got fantastic potential, but he's got low determination, 5 determination. He's got good work rate, but that 5 determination, he was never going to be playing for us. But we actually got some okay money for him, 185k for a player that was probably never going to play for us. And we are going to be actually playing against him potentially when we do come against Hull. I mean, let's be honest, the chance of him actually playing for Hull is practically impossible, but you never know. He might come on as a sub. Obviously, if he scores a goal against me, that is going to be incredibly annoying, incredibly frustrating, and there's going to be tears. The next man to leave us was a Mr. Charlie Wyke, a player that has been in and out of the first team, never really been a regular starter, more of a bench player throughout the years that we have been at this club. Overall, he's an okay striker, but when we're going up to the Championship, someone like Charlie Wyke is not going to cut the mustard in this sort of league. You know, he's more of a target man type player as well, so he was never going to fit into any of my systems. And if we look at the goals that he has scored for me, obviously we've been here. Did he play regularly for me here? Was I in? No, I wasn't in charge here. Never mind, viewers, never mind. So he's only scored 1 goal in the 8 appearances I've actually given him. So, you know, he's not really an important player to us in the nicest possible way I can say that without coming across as an absolute horrible little man. But yeah, Charlie Wyke, never really been a first teamer, so not too disappointed to lose him. But one man I am slightly disappointed to be losing is the Scottish legend, ladies and gentlemen. The man, the myth, the bloody legend, Fraser McKenna, has finally left the club after what seems years of constant rumours of him leaving in January during the summer transfer window. He has finally left the club, going to Watford, where he has immediately been listed for loan. Do we, ladies? Yes, I feel like we have to. Is it the redemption story? Is it the redemption arc of Fraser McKenna? Can he come back to the club and score absolute worldies for me? Right, so we get him on loan. We can't afford... How much is he on? 6k a week? Bloody hell for it. Who's your agent? Because I need to hire him. What the hell? Grant Archer, you are getting 6k a week for an 18-year-old. That is ridiculous. On Watford in the Premier League. They aren't in the Premier League, so maybe that isn't as ridiculous as you'd expect. But 6k for an 18-year-old, that is absolute madness. But of course, Fraser's never really cut the mustard when it comes to performing in the first team. We have given him quite a lot of chances throughout the years that we've been here, making, 31 appearances over 2 years, only scoring 8 goals, and not really doing much, and not really planting himself in the back of my mind of getting into the first team squad. So I feel like getting 800k for someone that's probably never going to meet their potential is a quite good business. Of course, he can still potentially meet that potential, but in my opinion, at the time, I thought he's probably never going to go there, is he? He's probably going to be on the sort of edges of Championship / League One level teams, and he's never going to go into the Premier League and score wonder goals. So I thought 800k, good business. Let's move on. Let's put Fraser aside and let's find a new Scottish hero. The next man to leave us was someone that has played very regularly throughout my years as manager, and of course was one of the heroes of last year, playing 29 games in League One to get ourselves promoted. So he's definitely left his mark here at Sunderland. But now we're in the Championship, we've got to be brutal, we've got to be ruthless. And unfortunately, Luke O'Nien was one of the sacrifices that had to be made at the end of the year. He just isn't good enough to be going up to the Championship. He's not going to be good enough going into my first team. So we had to cut him short. Unfortunately, it looks like we are going to be playing against him in the Championship, going to Blackpool. So once again, if he scores against me or gets a 9.0 rating against me, we'll all be cursing this sell as one of the worst moments of my Sunderland career when he bags a 90th minute winner against me. So, you know, I look forward to it. Absolutely look forward to it. Sorry, Brandon. I'm sure I shook your hand when you left, but I'm going to be honest, don't know who you are. You look okay for National League. Get it. Go away, Brandon. Go away. The last man to leave us was Miles Kenlock. And I think Miles was the first player that I ever brought into the club when I was first appointed as manager. Unfortunately, he never really hit the ability or the standards that I'd expect from him. We brought him in for a lot of money at the time as well, 350k. And to be fair to him, in his first season, a 7.06 rating, 2 assists, 1 goal, and 22 appearances, it's a decent return. But for the past 2 years, he has not done anything. Hasn't played a single game. He's probably come off the bench a few times. No, he's played in the cups, actually. So he literally has not done anything. So letting him leave on a free probably makes sense. Unfortunately, the worst thing is that we lost a lot of money on him. It would have been nice to get a bit of money for him, but it was never to be. So, yeah, they are the players that have left us. Now onto the interesting bit. The players that we have brought in. Only 4 players in, so not a lot, But the quality, oh my God, it's like Quality Street, except it's quality players. You know what these are? These are like the best suite in Quality Street. Which suite is the best suite in Quality Street? Because these are what they are. These lot are like the toffee finger of Quality Street. They're bloody fantastic, and they, you know, you just always look forward to seeing them. This is what's going to be. This is going to be our relationship with these 4 players. Who are you?
Ronnie Pickering.
No, your name's Harry, mate. We've already had this discussion. It's not Ronnie. Your name's Harry. Get it right. This is going to be embarrassing if you keep getting your own name wrong. I am really looking forward to see how Harry Pickering, not Ronnie, Harry Pickering gets on. Most of the players we brought in are on loan, and we do have another player coming in that is on potentially going to come out on loan as well. But this guy, absolutely incredible left back, a very, very good attacking left back. And that is one thing that I really, really want to focus on this year, is really getting the play to our fullbacks and being, as daft as it sounds, a Liverpool-esque team. You know, fullbacks attacking, taking the game to the opposition, scoring bags of goals, destroying teams, easy peasy, lemon squeezy. That is the plan for this season. And this guy can definitely help with that. Mentally, absolutely tremendous. Physically, fantastic as well. And technically, I mean, 14 crossing, 13 dribbling, 15 technique, and he's relatively young as well. So if we do get ourselves, you know, in a good position at the end of this year, potentially go for playoffs or whatever, you can tell how high my expectations are for this year. We could potentially buy him because only 24 has a lot of room to grow, I feel like, as well. 4.5-star potential, 3.5-star current ability. So has a lot of room to grow and could potentially transition to the midfield, potentially. It looks like he'd be a pretty good deep line playmaker. Good tackling to help out as well. So, yeah, Harry Pickering, he's going to be a sensation. Another fullback, Mr. Dimitar Velkovsky. I might have completely butchered that, so I do apologise for anyone that can pronounce that correctly. I'm terrible with pronunciation, so I do apologise in advance that is going to be continuously terrible. But another fullback, really, once again, really, really good fullback. Not as attacking as Harry Pickering, but once again, mentals, physicals, technicals, really, really good. And if I'm honest, Dimitar here is going to be more of a backup. The fact that he can play on the left wing and right wing initially attracted me to him, but plays magnitude of positions, which is going to be very, very helpful in terms of versatility and being able to change systems if it's not working. So Dimitar here, worth 3.8 million. Got him on a free from Belgium, some Cercle Bruges. He's had a few years there, played regularly, not necessarily fantastically well, but I feel like if we can get the most out of this guy, potentially sell him on at the end of the year as well. 3.8 million, a lot of money for a team in the Championship. So fingers crossed, performs well, big team comes in for him, we're in the bloody money. Defenders galore, Mr. Mark McGuinness joining the club once again on a free, already worth 650k. Absolutely fantastic defender once again. 22 years old, physically fantastic, relatively quick, jump and reach strength, really good technicals for what you want. He's not going to be a great ball playing defender, but if you want someone to chuck on in the dying embers of a game and just to defend, this is the guy. Of course, he can only play centre back, which personally I'm not a massive fan of. I do like my players to be able to play different positions, but I feel like having an extra player in that centre back area, because obviously in the Championship you're playing a lot of games, so we want to have as much versatility and backup options as possible, and Mark McGuinness is definitely that man. And once again, he's got a little bit of potential to me, much like some of the other players we've got. 3.5-star current ability, 4-star potential, so has a little bit of room to grow. Got on from Arsenal on a free, played regularly with Hull and Ipswich on loan, so to get him on a free is really, really good business. Now, the final guy, don't laugh, okay? Just don't laugh. Just promise me you're not going to laugh. I think I'll just show you him. I mean, it's probably easier to show than to explain. So, how do I explain this guy? Just ignore his physicals for a second. Just ignore his physicals and act like they don't exist. Just ignore them. So, Marine Franco, he's fantastic. Really, really good. Technically and mentally, he is superb. It's quite obvious what the problem is. He's got 1 acceleration, 1 pace. So, and he's already announced that he's retiring at the age of 39. So the main reason I brought in Marine Franco here was technically and mentally, he's fantastic. And I feel like he's going to add an element of unpredictability to our side, primarily because it's going to take him about 20 minutes to get off the pitch when he's subbed. So in terms of time wasting, it's a genius move. He can't run though, so he's going to have to be played very specifically. Otherwise, we're going to be playing 11v10. But this guy will score goals. I guarantee it. This guy will score at least 5 goals for me this year. Mark my words. So they were all the transfers. Before we get on to our first game of the season, let's have a look at what the board are saying. They are expecting us to fight bravely against relegation. I don't necessarily know what it means by fight bravely, but, you know, whatever. Develop players using the club's youth system. Very disappointed. That might be because of the 39-year-old. Sign players under the age of 23 of the first team. We've done that. And we are working within our wage budget. Now, we didn't get a lot of money for this year. We have only got 5.8 million in the bank. Obviously, for a championship side, that's not a lot at all. I'm hoping that we can earn a little bit of extra money throughout the season through match tickets and revenue and stuff like that. And hopefully, whether or not we get into the Premier League or not, we'll have a bit of money to spend at the end of this year that can really use to develop the squad and get in some really, really good youngsters. Because I'm getting to that point now in the save where regens are starting to appear everywhere. And if you can get them at the right time and you get them before the big boys, you can really catapult your side into a really, really good team in the division that you're in. And I'm hoping that we can do that with Sunderland. Of course, it all determines if I get money to be able to buy these players. That it all determines on that. But in terms of our schedule, we are going to be playing Hull in our first game of the season away from home, so it isn't an easy game. Of course, Hull have been very much a mid-table team, a previous Premier League side just like ourselves. Ryan Giggs is in charge, so I mean it's a match of the ages, ladies and gentlemen. Ryan Giggs versus Alex Dunbarton. Get it on pay-per-view boxing. I mean, I tell you what, if the stadium's not a sellout, then this is absolute poppycock, honestly, absolute bloody poppycock. But as I said, very much a mid-table championship side. It'll be a good initial test, actually. If we can beat Hull, then I'm pretty confident that we'll be able to finish within a reasonable position in the league. Now, my prediction of this year, I need to be sensible. Do I expect us to get relegated? No. Do I expect us to win the league? No, because Leeds are in there. They're going to destroy it. But do I expect us to at least compete and be able to potentially challenge for playoffs? Yes. Yes, I do. Now, that may seem ridiculous, but I have full confidence in my team. And feel free to put in the comment section below where you think I'll finish. Where do you think I'm going to finish in this league table? If you get it right, you get a high five. You get multiple high fives. Multiple. I mean, that is a bloody bargain. Now, we are going to be sticking with our normal tactic that did get us over the line last year. So this is going to be, ladies and gentlemen, your first 11 going into our first game in the championship. It's a historical moment in this series. 40 episodes in, first game in the championship. It's going to be Lee Burge in goal, Matt Olasunde, Sam Hughes, Jimmy Dunn, and Harry Pickering as your back four. George Dobson, Jordan Rossiter as your midfield. Lyndon Gooch, Elliot Embleton, Batista Mier, and ladies and gentlemen, Franco's going to be playing. That is right. I'm having faith in... Oh, he hasn't got a work permit. Never mind. He's... Will Griggs. Will Griggs is having a party. Will Griggs is on fire. Yes. Come on. I mean, we've automatically won the hearts and souls of the entire stadium. So all we need to do now is Will Griggs to score about 3 goals. Oh, I tell you what. Imagine if Will... Oh, I'm really looking forward to this now. Come on, Will. I have faith. Come on, Will. Now, we do have the capability to change systems if it isn't working out. The first few games are going to be a little bit of an experiment to see how we do in terms of our attacking and our defending play. As I said before, Pickering and Olasunde are going to be attacking fullbacks. Now, that could cause a lot of issues, of course, but my main goal for this year is to outscore all the opposition. Don't care about defending. They score 4, we'll score 5, and that is very much the style of play that we're going for, with not only the tactic, but the players that I've employed as well. Obviously, Lyndon Gooch had a fantastic end of year last year. Embleton, Mier, obviously with Pickering and Olasunde as the fullbacks. Goals are going to fly, but we need this to tick immediately. And it's not an easy test, boys. It's really, really not. It's going to be a very, very tough game. It's not going to be easy, but what it is it's a very, very good idea of how our team is going to perform in this league. Obviously, if we lose 4-0, then, you know, things might have to change. But I'm hoping away from home we could put a good sort of performance on for the fans and you lot, you know. You've all been supportive. The least I could do is get Will Griggs a hat-trick, you know. That's all we want. Right, dressing room. It's got to be right. It's got to be perfect. Let's do what a normal individual. Jimmy Dunn and Sam Hughes, of course. Virgil van Dijk and Sergio Ramos in their prime in the Championship. Hopefully they continue their absolutely incredible form that got them into the Team of the Year I think they got last year, right? So here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Score predictions in the comment section. I'm going to go for 2-1 Sunderland. Here we go. I mean, there's not even... Whatever. Oh, it is. Look at everyone. All the fans. Hello. I mean, 2 minutes in, they've already had a shot. So, fantastic start. Now, if we can get a goal very, very early on, that'd be quite nice. As we do have an opportunity here. I would like to see our fullbacks get onto the ball a little bit. Umbleton on the right-hand side. Ola Sunday. Is he going to have a shot? Oh, my God. Oh! I mean, it was a very lucky break for Ola Sunday there. He seemed to cannonball off some of the defenders as... I think Hull City did just try to start a counter-attack, and Harry Pickering, his first touch. Oh my God, don't you dare, Will Griggs. You can't do it. You can't break the heart. And, oh, Batista Mier with an absolute marauding run outside the penalty spot. And an absolutely fantastic opportunity. Well, fantastic opportunity. It was a great shot. Unfortunately, it didn't do anything. As we do have plenty of shots at the moment. We're definitely the better team. Whether or not that result in a goal is a different story. As Blackpool do... I mean, Harry Pickering is an absolute rock. Embleton... He's going to be key here, I feel like. Lyndon Gooch on the right-hand side. It's got to be a good ball in. As he looks like he's going to go on the ways. Can he score? It's the near post, but Montero. I mean, we've had 2 opportunities in the exact same area there for Olasunde and Lyndon Gooch. And unfortunately, it doesn't come to anything. As Hull City seems to be getting into the game a little bit. As it's a very well-worked set piece here. Cucho. Oh, my God. Bird, what are you doing, mate? Jesus, right, Bird, just... Have you got butter on your hands? Like, what is going on? As we are coming towards half-time, it's been a very good first half performance for... Oh, if we concede now, that is going to be poor timing on my part. Inui, Ben... I mean, Bird, you are a hero, mate. That is an absolutely... Don't give away a pen. Jesus. Oh, referee, look, we're on the counter-attack. I mean, Lee Bird... Well done, mate. That was unbelievable from you, good man. That was absolutely bloody fantastic. Oh, I should have thrown the water bottle. I should have made the new lads see exactly what I'm like. Right, individually once again. Go out there! Ladies and gentlemen, go out there. Will Griggs, I'm looking at you, my good man. You out there and you create magic. Bloody create stuff that no other man is able to create. Right, throw water bottle. End the episode. Shit. What happened there? I didn't see anything. I don't know what happened there. Right, into the second half we go. Can we create a decent opportunity in the second half? As time is ticking away, I feel like we need to go a little bit more attacking here. As I am going to look to make some substitutions. Now, the problem is that we don't necessarily have a wealth of experience on the bench in terms that can change the game. But I am going to bring on Max Power for Jordan Roster here, just to add a little bit of experience. Obviously, Max Power is still our captain, so we don't want to upset him. That is the least we need. As once again, time is ticking away. 15 minutes to go. This would be a very, very boring 0-0 draw if this does end in a draw. Right, what else can I change here? I feel like Carlos is very attacking. He is. So let's take off... Oh, I can't do that. Can I? It'll be fine. I mean, Max Power's never been so disrespected in his life. I mean, if Benavidez scores now, that is going to be genius from me. As nothing, once again, is happening. Right, let's push our fullbacks up a little bit. Let's add a little bit of element of unpredictability to our side. Let's ask them to go complete wing backs. Now, this will, of course, leave us a little bit short at the back. So what we'll do is we'll do this, and we'll change you to a halfback, and we'll change you to a Roman playmaker, and we'll just add, once again, just add in a little bit of unpredictability. You know, it's a wonderful... Oh my God, if they had scored then, that would have been... horrendousness on every level. Right, a few minutes to go. Can we create something as time is ticking away and it is full time? I mean, I can only apologise. That was an incredibly boring game. That's the first game of the championship and it ends like that. I can only apologise. But it's a point. It's a point. It's a 0-0 draw against an okay Hull side where I feel like we were the better side, if I'm honest. I thought we were the much better side. And of course, Harry Pickering getting his debut. You love to see it. And I had an okay game. You know, didn't do too much, but obviously newly into the side, he needs to gel a little bit. And I think a game like that will do an absolute wonders. And that does leave us in 17th place. Obviously, the league isn't really important at the first game of the season, Alex. So, you know. So where are we going to come back for? I feel like because it's our first season championship, I want to enjoy. I want to take my time, you know. I want us to see what happens. So I think the next game we're going to come back for is going to be the West Brom game. That's right. 4 games in between. I'm an absolute bloody maverick. And then the episode after that, we're going to be against Leeds. Is Bielsa still in charge? Neil Lennon is in charge. What happened to Bielsa, actually, right before we go? He left, and then Vincent Kompany was sacked after 260 days. I mean, Leeds were drunk when that happened. They still got Calvin Fit. What? Okay, we're going to... Right. I wish I never said we're going to play them now because we're going to get absolutely destroyed. And if we beat Leeds, tactical genius. But thank you so much for watching, ladies and gentlemen. Of course, a new episode, new season. Make sure you hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell to be alerted when these videos are released. Of course, I've released a few different videos recently, and they are going to continue alongside this Sunderland series. So make sure... if you're enjoying it, all that good stuff. Thank you so much for watching. Take care of yourselves. Have a good morning, afternoon, or evening, wherever you are in the world. Stay safe, and I'll see you in the next episode. Bye.